And we're back with ckscast number 13, the unlucky number. Anyway, we're back here doing this thing. Me and all my personalities is back here. That's we. And today I got a little topic. Let me just prerequisite this episode by saying I love living in Switzerland. I think this is a great country to live in. It's clean, it's healthy, mostly, and it's a good life. It's a good place to live. Can't complain, and I think that said, Switzerland presents itself to the world as, with a chocolate and cute things and nice flags and, everything's nice, it's so cute. There's watches, back when Swiss watches were a thing. And, it's the way it presents itself. It's neutral. It's a small country, cows, beautiful. Of course, there's another side to this place, the darkness. And it manifests itself in different ways. You get that, you encounter it as you're out and about sometimes. Like, for example, never upset an old man who's wandering around the city, like by, I don't know, crossing a road when it's red. Because you hear them go, oh, she's Ausländer. And then, these kind of things. And it kind of manifests itself as a sort of obsessive compulsive disorder. There's just this obsessive need to keep everything well organized and running properly and all this kind of stuff. And it's a good thing. I love the fact that, the longest you wait for a tram here is 2 minutes. It's incredibly efficient public transport. Everything runs fine. These guys come with leaf blowers on Monday morning. They wake me up, but they keep the leaves away because leaves are the enemy. And those guys are the front line on the war on leaves. But there's this obsessiveness about it. I think it manifests itself also in things like how good Switzerland has been in engineering, traditionally, precision engineering, watches. What else could we talk about? Medicine as well. Switzerland has made some major contributions to medicine and vaccines and Ritalin, whatever you want to call it, Ritalin. Which is the interesting one, because that's the one that, you take all that, you take a young boy who's full of testosterone, he's pumped, he wants to do things, he can't sit still, normal boy behavior. You give him Ritalin, problem solved. Ding! And it's interesting to me that Ritalin was invented in Switzerland, I've got my theories as to where this is coming from. I haven't proved them, and maybe these theories are too dark. But if I wanted to investigate them, I might go and visit the Freemasons in Solothurn. But let's not go there today. Let's not do that. Because I actually want to talk about a different thing, e-scooters. E-scooters, I love e-scooters. I almost killed myself on an e-scooter last summer. They're now all over the place, and they're just the e-scooters are a force of chaos in the city because they just get parked anywhere you like. And clearly, someone in Switzerland is going to get triggered by this. And that's exactly what happened. We have in our hood an e-scooter psycho, and he does, I'm assuming it's a man, could be a woman. The way this person goes about addressing their issues suggests it's a man because physical strength is applied in the solution. And it's led to a really interesting conversation because I like to go for a walk behind my house sometimes, just because, there's some woods behind, you get the sun, you get some exercise, clears the head, And often as I'm wandering around, I encounter things to the point, and what I love about this particular thing is it really, if you get in the mind, think about what type of person and what motivates them to do what they do to these e-scooters. I'm going to show you in a minute. That's why I'm teasing. You see, I'm teasing it. Look at that. Do you feel like you just want to know now, don't you? So they're there. They do something. And if you think of the mindset of the person that's doing this. This is like, it's like this. And, you know, and in a certain way, like I'm going to show you in a second what this is. In a certain way, I'm grateful that they're taking out on e-scooters rather than, I don't know, like being a serial killer or something. Like this is, somebody has issues, like real issues. And it manifests itself in such a very precise act. And what's interesting about this to me as well is that you know, I've been trying to explain this to my kids, and my kids have decided to just, they made it as an act of rebellion against their dad and his crazy opinions. I think they just decided they don't actually have any skin in the game. They don't care either way, but they just decided not to believe what I'm telling them just because, like, you know, like exercising their free will and their independence as human beings to say, no, Dad, we don't believe a damn word you're saying, which triggers me because now it brings out my obsessiveness. I've got to prove to my kids that I'm right. And so, you know, I took a collection of photos and 1 or 2 videos to make my point felt. And yeah, maybe I just show you this. So how are we going to do this? I guess we could do it like a bit like this. Is this going to work? No, not that way. I've got to figure out, yeah, there's that. Or this. Technical issues. Should have prepared this stuff before, Harry. You should have done this, Harry. All right, let's go with this. And I'm just gonna, you know, put myself, because, you know, I'm probably gonna drop this on Instagram later on. All right, here we go. So let's put myself down there. Let's put a nice little border to make it more appealing. Okay, let's go. So so here's the thing. In my hood, let's start again. Let's pitch it. You know, I'm creating content here. Nobody's watching the podcast, but if I edit this well, this could go on Instagram or YouTube and be an instant hit. So, Switzerland. I love living in Switzerland. It's a beautiful place. Very grateful that they put up with me for as long as they have. But one of the interesting things about Switzerland is the obsessive compulsive disorder. And in my hood, when I go for a walk, I sometimes find e-scooters in this kind of condition. Now, if you notice there, this e-scooter has been dug deep into the earth, the handle, because then when you put, and this one as well has been dug in. Look, that one you don't see it so well, but it has been pushed in. And this one, you know, it's been pushed in.
Look at this.
And, yeah.
Just walking through the neighbourhood. Check it out and look. It's been dug into the ground again. Look. Oh, look what I've found. A classic example. Look at this. Let's put that. There, see that nicely stuffed in there.
Look at this. Look at this. This is a prime example. Check it out. This did not fall like that. Look at that. Look. I'm going to put it all the way out. The psycho strikes again.
All right, we finally got Ben proof that these two, look at what they've done to him, stuck it deep in the earth. Are you a believer now, Ben?
A believer? I don't know.
There's some crazy fool is doing this stuff.
And still, my kids will not believe me. It's like triggering my OCD now. Somebody's going to be like, Harry, are you doing this to the e-scooters? No, I ride e-scooters. I like them to be clean. I promise I'm not doing it just to prove this point to my kids. Anyway, that's a beautiful insight into Switzerland. The mindset of whoever is doing that to e-scooters is somebody who I'm very glad they're keeping it just to e-scooters. That's all I'm going to say about that. So yeah, that is my point of today. Am I going to stop there? This is going to be short and sweet. Maybe I'll just rant a little bit more. Today I'm drinking Karma coconut water. Oh, this is Harry's hot tip of the day. Yes, I forgot to do it last episode. This Harry's hot tip of the day is that if you're feeling full and bloated, drink coconut water. And the reason for that is that usually you feel full and bloated because you've been eating too much meat, drinking alcohol, and stuff that is acidic in your stomach. Coconut water is more of an alkali, and it actually neutralizes out, and you'll find very quickly that feeling of like, I'm so bloated will just evaporate. That's Harry's hot tip of the day. Old man advice, tricks that you can pull. You can get coconut water that came from halfway across the world and use it to make you feel better. It's a good environmental strategy in a plastic bottle. I got this new plastic bottle bit I've been doing, which is it goes a bit like this. I'm going to do a bit on this podcast, as by now no one's listening anymore, so it's safe for me to burn material. But you go like, so you got a lot of stuff to worry about, like microplastics in plastic bottles are apparently making men sterile, which is why I like to drink 5 of these every day. Because I've already got kids. I don't want any more. And do you know how much of a vasectomy costs? It is insane. I don't want some dude fiddling around on my bits going like, oh, it's just a little snip. And I'll be like, you know what? I'd rather just have another sip. Yes, tastes like no babies. Yes, fantastic. It's called a vasectomy. Okay. All right, what day is it today? It's the 3rd of February. In 9 days doing my solo show. We've already sold its free tickets, 32 tickets. It's actually a lot of people I know, so if I fail, I get to fail in front of everyone I know and people that thought better of me before. That, doesn't increase my pressure, but 32 people, thank you so much, everyone who already agreed to get a ticket. Hopefully we're going to get up to about 60 people at that show. We're doing it the Rivingtons. I have a tendency to call it the Rimingtons, Hotel Rivingtons and Sons in the ground floor of the Prime Tower, right next to the Mag Event Hall. It's a great venue, very stylish. I got a stage. I got the backstage banner now. I got lighting. We figured it all out. It's going to be a great venue, and let's hope the comedy can keep up with the venue. All right, I think that's it for me today. Have a good one. Until next time.